Hey everybody, it's Jason Creel and this is the Lawn Care Life, and I've got a special guest with me today. This is Luke. The way we were connected, one of my friends is Luke's teacher at school, and he came and told me, he said, hey listen, I've got a student you need to meet. He's 15 years old and he's doing great in the lawn care business. I said, oh, I'd love to meet him. I reached out, actually my friend who's his teacher reached out, talked to him, his parents, got permission, and Luke was excited about being on the video, and so I'm going to talk to him. And what I want to do, with Luke's permission of course, but I want at the beginning of this video, I want to show you some of the yards that Luke takes care of on his Instagram page, because he sent me his Instagram account. I looked at it, and so just so you know that Luke's not playing around, I want to show you some of his work at the beginning of the video, and then we'll talk to Luke and hear from him about his success in the lawn care business. Let's get started right now. This is Luke, and Luke is 15. Now Luke, tell me, you're 15, this is your truck is what I'm understanding, that you're not legally old enough to drive by yourself. Am I understanding that correctly?
So my dad and I, we work together on this, and so I'll drive and he'll sit in the passenger seat and
I got
teach me how to back up a trailer. So.
Yeah, well I know when I back up trailers, I backed up trailers so many times when I tried backing up without a trailer, I'd turn the wheel the wrong way because I was used to having a trailer back there. But anyway, your teacher, I won't use his name, but our mutual friend, your teacher, he said, yeah, he's done bought himself an F-150, so that's pretty impressive. I will say that when I was 15, I did not have anything remotely close to that nice, so congratulations on that. All right, so tell me about your equipment and what you got and what you're planning to get.
So I started out with a smaller trailer. Okay. My dad's, he built, it was about a 6-foot long trailer, and his Husqvarna zero turn he had was a smaller residential one. Okay. And this is the weeder we first started out with, and we transitioned it to a hedge trimmer now that we started using. And so you like the steel equipment pretty good? Yes, we love the steel equipment because it's all universal. We can transition this head back onto the trimmer, and then we can change the edger around. I got you. So you literally took the trimmer head off, the string trimmer head, and put a... My dad had figured that out when he was younger, and started using it. Because you can buy the combi system, you aren't really supposed to do it, but you can still do it. Yeah. It saves you a little bit of money. I got you. And so then we, after this one was starting to kind of die out a little bit, and we bought this one and used it for a really long time. This is probably my favorite one. And it's okay, so you got... It's a FS56. Okay. It's a homeowner unit, and then we bought this one this year and used it a ton, and it's a 91R. So how did you notice the difference between the, both the bottom one and the top one are kind of homeowner grade? Is there a difference in when you went to the FS91? It has a little bit more like low end power. Yeah. And it will go a lot faster with the string trimmer. Edge a lot better. Edge. And it also has a bigger gas tank, and the gas will last longer. So in our bigger yards, we don't have to go back and fill back up. Do you edge more with the edger or with the string trimmer? It's about 50-50. I got you. Every once in a while, we'll edge with a stick edger just to put the edge back down. Yeah. And we'll flip edge the next time. Okay. Does your dad teach you how to make a lawn look nice? Is that where you learned it, or did you teach him, or how did it go? He taught me how to run the mowers and stuff. Yeah. With just YouTube videos. I see. And just me trial and error in our front yard and our backyard. We put some nice stripes down. Who do you watch on YouTube? So probably like Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Yeah. And Spencer Lawn Care, and then you, of course, because all your information. Because I live down the road, I guess that's mandatory. Well, you also have the great flip edging video, which I used to use to hone down my flip edging skills. I got you. Yeah, I've noticed and how, because we don't, our grasses don't really stripe as good down here as up north where they have cool season grasses. They're able to really stripe along. But you're, again, looking back at the pictures, you actually accomplished some visible stripes in your yard. So how did you do that? Really just going back over it again. Okay. It takes a little bit longer, but it'll make the yard look a little nicer, and you get a nicer cut out of it. With the push mower or with the zero turn, or does it matter? With the push mower, it stripes amazing, and it lays down some nice even stripes, so we'll have to double cut with that a lot. And then with the zero turn, you can do one good stripe and it'll look nice. Now, does your dad ride all the time and make you do all the edging and trimming, or does he let you? He does. He doesn't get out there and he won't let you
you don't let you ride at all?
He'll let me ride on the bigger yards.
Okay.
When I get done weed eating and blowing off, he'll go take a break in the truck, and I'll get on the mower and
I got you.
Around.
Okay. Well, tell me about your mowers here.
So we upgraded from a Husqvarna 47 with a 0 turn.
Okay.
And it did good, and then it just started rattling, and it just got annoying.
Yeah.
And then so we upgraded to the Quest. It's still a residential one.
Yeah.
But it has been amazing and has not broken, and that's the only reason we're still running it today.
I got you.
It cuts and lays down a good cut and stripe.
When did you get that mower?
So we got that one probably about 3 years ago.
Oh wow! Yeah. You hadn't had no problems with it in 3 years?
We have not had any problems. I think the only problem we may have had, which was the belt. That's the only thing we replaced. The battery's been great. The belt's the only thing we replaced. We put a lot of. There's no hour meter on it, which I'm glad there's not, because there's a lot of hours.
Sometimes it's better just not to know. And then you got your push mower here.
Yes, we don't really have any yards that we strictly push mow, but it is good for like the leaf cleanups.
Okay.
We don't have a bagger for the Quest.
Yeah.
We just we'll pile up all of them with the Quest and put them in a nice central area, and then take the push mower and pick up the clippings and then put them in the back of the truck, which is something that since I bought the new truck, I was tired of putting the leaves in the back of my dad's truck and him drive to work every single day with the leaves flying all over the place.
Yeah.
So now I have in the back of my truck, and so I can clean it out when I want to when I get home.
Yeah, you can drive to school and throw them all over the school parking lot.
Instead of my dad having to drive to
That's right. That's right. We pay taxes to pay for that school, so that's fine. You can drop a few leaves. Are you doing some leaf cleanup already this year?
Yes, we are, but it's not anything too big. Most of our yards that want the leaf cleanups are pretty much smaller yards. They just want the front yard, so we're just cleaning up down by the street and then putting it in the back of the truck.
So how many yards are you and your dad mowing? Because I mean, you're in school full time, and I'm assuming your dad has a full-time job. So y'all, when you doing them on the weekends or in the afternoons or what?
Afternoons. So we mow about 13 yards strictly right now.
Okay.
And they're all bigger yards, and we can only cut 2 yards in the afternoon that we have to cut.
Yeah.
And now, since it started getting darker sooner, we've had to cut on the weekends a lot more.
And you were telling me that you want to maybe next year upgrade your mower. What are you looking to do?
So I'm looking at getting the Radius, probably the S series or the X series if I can find a good one used. Yeah. Because I don't want to spend too much money. I've already bought a truck. So
yeah, that's right. You got to keep some of the money you make. I tell people all the time, we don't just make money so we can go buy new equipment. But now, what size are you gonna? You want a 48 or 50?
I'm thinking about yes, the 48 probably. I looked at the 52, but it just it's pretty big.
Yeah.
And it also takes up more space on the trailer.
Yeah.
So when we do pine straw jobs, it will just take up more space, and then it's hard to get through gates. So we have a few gates.
Have you seen the 96-inch X Mark with the big bat wings on?
Yes, I have seen that. When we first went to go buy the Quest, that was there. My dad joked around with me buying that thing. I was like, I can't afford that thing.
Yeah, I think if the football team didn't have artificial turf, that would be great. They could mow the football field with that. All right, show me your blower. Tell me about what blower you got.
So this is the BR 350.
Okay.
And so I started out with my dad's little handheld blower, and that lasted like a few months. And then it was a steel blower, and it did pretty good. And then we upgraded to the backpack blower, and I kind of wish I would have gotten a bigger one, but because the 350 it kind of lacks on power, but we love it, and it still powers through if you just gotta take a little bit longer.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's something to be said for like the mid-size blowers. Some of those big ones, I mean, they're powerful, no doubt, but sometimes it's like you're carrying a small person on your back sometimes. So I like I was sort of a mid-size blower fan myself. Unless you're doing like a big leaf cleanup job, then the power is definitely worth it. But
and this thing is easy to sling in the back of the truck, which is why we don't have a rack for it.
Oh, I got you.
This trailer's multi-purpose.
Oh, and show me your racks. What kind of rack system you got on here?
So these are Equipment Defender racks.
Okay.
And we got the 3-position here, and we got these about 3 months ago, and we've been loving them.
Well, you've got a great setup. I think it's probably ideal for what you're doing. You know, like I always like a 48-inch or 52-inch mower for residential properties because it's kind of versatile. You could still do, you know, larger properties, but you can get by where, you know, you just don't want to end up having to push a lot of yards. So if you can fit those in a lot of backyards, and you know, at the end of the day, if you got somebody with a small gate and a big backyard, I'd just turn it down and say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not really interested in that one. So tell me how you're going about getting the customers that you have and what's your plan for getting more customers in the future.
So mainly it's just been the word of mouth. And I do have the Instagram account because people can go in there and look at what I actually do, and I'm not just some kid that pushes around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it's been just word of mouth. My mom likes to talk to a lot of her friends about it, and they all love it, and they'll talk to their friends, and that's how I get a lot of the accounts. And I do cut a realtor's yard, and so she'll get a lot of the accounts for me.
And are you the salesperson, or does your dad sell you? Like if you go look at a yard, do you quote it and you talk to the customer, or does that your dad handle that?
Well, we'll both go look at it. I'll do mainly most of the quoting, but I'll ask him if I think that price is the right price, and he'll tell me his opinion on it, and we'll settle on it, and then we'll figure out how long we're supposed to be there and figure out from the price. Okay.
What's your plans? I mean, obviously you're doing this now, and I would assume while you're in high school, but what are you thinking about doing beyond that? Are you wanting to keep on the lawn business or go off to school somewhere, or what you thinking about?
So I'm thinking about keep on the lawn business. I do plan to go on to like doing school and lawn business, probably online or UAB if I can make that both work. Probably hire someone to do both of those. Are you
kind of had an entrepreneurial spirit for a while, or did you have to discover that? What made you get into lawn business? Was it something your parents pushed you toward, or?
So I had an iPhone 5 and I wanted to upgrade to the iPhone 6, and so one summer in 2016, I went to my dad and I was talking to him and I said, "Can I buy an iPhone 6?" And he said yes, but you have to earn the money to get it. So I was like, okay. And then so I was able to go find my first job, which ended up being a large commercial job that I still have right now. And we started cutting that, and before I knew it, I had the phone. And then my next goal was to buy a Ford F-150. And so I started saving up and just kept saving, and then ended up buying it this past year.
Do you ever feel bad for some of your friends that work for like $8 or $9 an hour, have a job, and you know that you're making, you know, multiples of that?
Yes, I do feel kind of bad for them, but they kind of they work inside, so they don't have the heat as much, but they also don't get to drive around and have fun and be with their dad all day.
Is it hard to balance your school and your lawn business?
It is, because I'll get like phone calls in the middle of the day, and I'll have to go home and answer the phone calls and call them back, and that's just probably the hardest thing, because I have to do it at school.
Put you on the spot, but you had a big test tomorrow and a lawn that needed cut. I mean, what do you do in that situation? Do you say, I'm gonna put the lawn off, or I'm gonna put the studying for the test off?
Well, I'd probably just put my sleeping off and study for the test during my sleep, or study for the test before I go to sleep, or in between while we're cutting the yards.
That's about the most politically correct answer you could have given that situation. That was great.